Saracen Gooner's here. What you saying, mate?
Yes, bro. I think Jerome was talking about that handsome chap in the car. That was me. And I still maintain we got the best young team. So how about that, yeah? We got the best young team in the whole of Europe, probably the best in the world. It was a blip today, right? Let's just say this Tottenham team, a lot of them have been playing in the Champions League, the bad Champions League experience. You have got a lot of it. What we saw today was an inexperienced team that lost their heads, and there is no excuse for it. But the saddest bit is it was lost by a player who has got the experience, Rob Holding. He completely lost it, and the game was effectively over. I don't care what people say. This is nothing to do with Arteta. This is nothing to do with Arteta. He set the team up. Everyone can't blame him for picking Rob Holding. He's been playing well. He was excellent against West Ham, right? We started off really well. In the first, like even that gentleman before him said 8 minutes, they didn't even get into a half. Rob Holding, I don't know whether it's because Ben White was back or whether the occasion got to him, but he could have been sent off about 4 times, to be honest with you. And as soon as you go down to 10 men against Son and Kane, it's always going to be a struggle. The game was over. And I'm just happy like we've got it, kept it to 3 because it could have been more. You know what I mean? It was a blip. We move on. We're still going to get top 4.
Do you really think it was a blip in terms of we've got 2 games left and the manner and the way we lost? I mean, we've lost like this before this season. You know, it's not. I don't know if it's a blip. It feels like it's a mentality thing. And I'm not saying it can't change. As you say, it's a young squad. But do you think it's just going to go normal against Newcastle?
I think. Listen, we're a young squad. It's going to go up and down. Up and down, yeah?
Yeah, but the next 2 games, though, Newcastle away.
We lost 3 games in a row at the start of the season. The team
and we could lose 3 games in a row now because we did that.
But we could also come back. No one expected us to beat Chelsea, Manchester United, West Ham. We did it. And I think the way that Arteta's interview was after the game, he said it. He said, look, he didn't want to come out and criticise the referee, but I'm sure the guy was getting a lot of stick in there. But the referee did spoil it because I don't care what you say. That was not a penalty. Yeah, it was. I think what's happened is this Tierney, whatever Paul Tierney's watched when Cedric got away with one against Manchester United, and he thought, you know what, referee union will equal it out. We'll give him a soft penalty. That was not a penalty. And before the second goal, Saka was fouled by Højbjerg before it went into a corner. That wasn't given, and that led to the second goal. But ultimately, it was Rob Holding that let us down today. And I'm really, really disappointed with that. But the second half, we showed spirit. We hung in there. It could have been worse. Do you know what I mean? It could have been worse. If Odegaard had taken his 2 chances, we could have been back in the game. So
yeah, but if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we would all have a great Christmas, though. It wasn't the case, though. It just wasn't the case.
You're going to get that with a young team.
I just want to know why you're so calm and thinking that we're going to actually bounce back against Newcastle. I want you to make me believe, because I've got no belief that we're going to bounce back in a convincing way against Newcastle.
We're going to bounce back against Newcastle, yeah? Number one, it's not a North London derby. So that kind of pressure that usually you find in North London derby and their young team, that we don't have that experience yet. That's not out of the way. So it's a different game. Number 2, we've got an excellent record at Newcastle, yeah? And you could check the stats and you could check we're doing very, very well. Number 3, they know exactly what they need to do. Just 6 points, 3 games. I think we're going to smack Everton at home. The Emirates is a fortress for us. So effectively, we beat Newcastle, we're in Champions League. Newcastle, number 4, aren't necessarily going to be up for that. You know, they're safe. They're going to be a few players that might. We get a couple of early goals, they capitulate. Look what Tottenham.
And I hear what you're saying, and I think you're statistically right. We just need to win those games, but we just needed to win today.
No, so today was a different game. Today,
if anything, today was an even better chance. It was a North London derby. It was a North London derby.
I took a day off work. I grew up right next to the stadium. Do you know what I mean? There was no point in me being at work because I couldn't concentrate. Do you understand? I took a day off work for this. This is my whole. In fact, since Sunday, this is the only thing I've been looking forward to. Yeah, right. And Rob Holding sport it today, and that's the reality. Obviously, Arteta's going to protect him. He's blaming the referee as well, and he doesn't want to come out and say exactly what he thinks. But I do think there is a point with the referee. There was a number of decisions that went against us. We started off well. And I don't think that's not a fair, accurate assessment of a North London derby. People saying, "Oh, you smoked us." You didn't smoke us, bro.
They did.
3-0, we did smoke you.
No, you didn't.
You did.
Didn't smoke
Also,
us.
hold
Let
on.
me just tell you
Wait,
this.
1 second. Hold on. You said about you started the North London derby started great. 8 minutes. Does the game last 8 minutes, or does it last 90?
You didn't even get into a half until.
But then when we did, you gave away a penalty. You got a red card. You gave away other goals, and you lost 3-0.
You were
and also, you said about you got the best best young team in world football, but then you also said you only perform when the pressure's not on you. So you haven't got the best team in world football because you crumble under the pressure.
We've Tierney's out. We've got Tierney out. We got
every team goes through injuries and that. You make excuses.
Out, who's our highest placed player? No, it's not an excuse. We've got two of our best players out. Yeah, right. And we had our full team, we would smoke you. Look what happened at the Emirates, bro.
Hold on.
Wait.
So Romero was missing today. We had Sanchez, Dyer, and Davies, and you could not cause that defense.
You could have Cannavaro, bro. Don't bother me, man. You can have Prime Maldini.
Okay, but our best defender, and who everyone says Spurs are a rubbish team, we're rubbish at the back. We didn't have our best defender by a clear mile. Dyer gets laughed at, Sanchez gets laughed at, Davies gets laughed at. I laugh at them as well because I think they're rubbish, and you couldn't get near us. And you're meant to be the best young team in world football. Why North London derby, and you crumbled?
Because
you're making excuses.
Holding sport it, and a referee gave you a soft penalty. Holding sport it. That's why we didn't get near you. Had we had all our full penalties, you can't make that assessment.
You can't be that assessment. You said you played eight minutes really well. You said you got the best young team, and Holding
how many
spoiled
players
it.
did we have?
No, Cedric spoiled it by giving away a stupid penalty. Holding then wanted to just rough up Son, and he got caught and all that. Your most experienced player. I've said this, when Arsenal get to this point of the season, you will see how we were when we were with a young team with Pochettino. We would crumble under the pressure, and you're going to do it. You're going to crumble under the pressure. Arteta's not good enough. Hold on. Arteta's not good enough. Good enough to do what? What's he good enough to do?
We're nearly top 4, and we haven't had a striker for most of the season. Yeah, our best striker, our best player for the last 3 years decided to leave us for Barcelona because he couldn't handle the pressure and he couldn't deal with the discipline. Yeah, we've had internal disputes and we're still nearly in the top 4. What he's done is unbelievable. We're in Europe, that's secured. Yeah, I'm so proud of what Arteta's done. And I hate these fans that are coming on calling Arteta. How's it his fault Rob Holding's lost his head? Yeah, come on, man. Grow up.
Listen, Saracen, Gooner, I understand your passion. I would say this, 13 red cards since he's been there. I think you have to look at the way the team plays. But I'll get you back in your boys in the next couple of games. And it's a pleasure speaking again, mate. And we'll chat again soon.
Bro.
Top man. Thank you very much indeed. Viewers, keep hitting that like button for us. Make sure you're subscribing to the Football Terrace. What we are now, likewise. We must be near 1,000. Nearly on 1,000 likes while we're live, which is amazing. So keep hitting that button. Next on the show.